So we're going to look at the graph of y equals cos x. Just as a recap, the graph of y equals sine x we have to do a sketch, and you will have to do a sketch at some point, probably in your exam. Goes as high as, what's the maximum? 1, goes as low as -1. It repeats every how many degrees? No. Yeah, every 360 degrees, because this will keep going up and round and down again. Halfway is 180. In here we've got 90. And in here we've got 270. And you have to know this in terms of radians as well. Now, let me know if I'm going too fast here and you can't see what's on the screen, okay? Can everybody see what's on there at the minute? Okay, good. Okay, so going back to this previous page. And the graph of y equals cos x is very, very similar. And I'm going to copy and paste it. But I don't want that in it. So this is our y equals cos x. It's in degrees. And we have got our key points. We've got 180, 90, 270, 360. It goes as high as 1, and it goes as low as -1. Okay, so y equals cos x, and it repeats every, how many degrees? Every 270? No, well, let's have a look. If I go back to the, if I zoom out. So we're starting from here. Where does it start to repeat? Yeah, every 360, okay? So it is, sorry, Jaden? Yeah. Yeah. If you were looking at it from 270, then you'd have to start looking at it from back to -90. Okay? So it starts from 0, and then it gets back to this point at 360. If I actually put up the y equals sine x, so you can compare them, what do you notice? Yeah. And good choice of words there, Marco. They are the same graph, except one is being translated. By translate, you know, it has been shifted, okay? It's been shifted to the right or to the left, depending on which one you're looking at. So if I go back to this, and it repeats every, we said, 360 degrees. What is the special word for that? Yes, thank you. The period is 360 degrees. Or what is that in radians? 2 pi. Okay. So let's get some, we did this with the last one. Let's get some important points down. I put up a table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's put this down. Okay, and we are going to have our angle, and then we will have it, so that's in degrees, and then we'll have the same angle but in radians, and then we're going to look at what what cos of the angle equals. So we'll start off with 0 degrees. We'll do all the important ones: 30 degrees, 45, 60, 90, 180, 270, 360. All right, 30 degrees in radians is 5 or 6. 45 degrees. Good. 60 degrees. 90 degrees. 180. 270. Good. And 360. Good. All right. So looking at our graph, here is 0, here is 90. What is, so somebody from the standard level class now, what is cos of 90? Cos of 90 is 0, thank you. So I can put that in. Cos of 90 is 0. What is cos of 270? Somebody else from the standard level class? 0. What is cos of 360? Somebody else from the standard level class? Yep. Who was that? Same. Okay. And cos of 180? Frankie, I think you're the only one left, maybe? No, and Jeff. Careful. 180 is -1. Okay. Jesse? Cos of 0? No, so here's our cos graph. And when it's at 0, I get a value of 1. That's okay. Marco, cos of 30. Well, you won't be able to read it off because it's not going to be, it's going to give me something. How do you work out cos of 30? Yeah, your little triangle. 1, 2, root 3. So cos of 30. Adjacent. Yep, root 3 over 2. And I can do cos of 60 now is 1 over 2. And cos of 45. 1, 1, root 2. 45 is 1 over root 2. Okay, so those are the really important values that you need to know. You either learn them or you do it the way that I prefer, which is to think of what this looks like. Okay, if you think of the curve and if you remember your triangles, you will be able to work out this table no problems. Okay, you got to be able to get into the habit of just sketching this sine curve, okay? And by sketch, sorry, the cos curve. By sketch, I mean it doesn't have to look pretty, but it starts at 1, it goes down, and it comes back up, and finishes at 1. The end point is 360. Halfway is 180. Where it crosses the x-axis is 90. Where it crosses here is 270. That is my sketch, okay? This tells me so much information, okay? Cos of 0 is 1. Cos of 90 is 0. Cos of 180 is -1. Cos of 270 is 0. Cos of 360 is 1. And then I can work out these other values for 30, 45, and 60 just using the triangles. Okay? All right, what about... Okay, let me get rid of this little picture. And let me put back in another copy of this, zoom in a little bit. So we have to be able to use our sketch to come up with other values of cos. So if I said cos of, let's see, cos of 300 degrees. If I had to work out what cos of 300 degrees is, I would do my sketch. Okay. I know that the end point here is 360. I know that this one is 270, so 300 is going to be in here. So cos of 300 degrees is going to be the same as what? Somebody from standard level. Yeah, cos of 60, good, because I can see that it is exactly the same thing here, okay? So cos of 300 is the same as, come on, pen, cos of 60 degrees. Okay, and I can see that as well because the shape of my curve, okay, if how many degrees in this direction have I gone from 270 to 300? I've gone 30. And if I go, this is the symmetrical part, if I go back 30 degrees from here, from 90, it takes me to 60. Or you could think of it, if I'm going from 360 back to 300, how many degrees is that? Yep, and that's the same as going 60 from 0. Okay, it's going to give me the same answer. And in the exam, so if you had to work out this in the exam, cos of 300, well, you would have to do a little sketch and realize, okay, well, it's the same as cos of 60. And I know from my triangles that cos of 60 is equal to 1/2. Make sense? Or no? What about standard level? How are we finding it so far? Okay, good. What about then? Okay, let me get a different color pen. Sine of 100. Do I want to do that one? Can I work that one out? Let's do sine of 150. Now, before we answer this, sine of 150 degrees, is it going to be positive or negative? It's going to be negative, right? And what is it going to be the same as, though? So I'm going to hopefully give you a little bit of a hand here. See if you can figure out what it is going to be the same as. Can we maybe type it in? Dun, dun, dun. Good mark. Good. Yeah, good as well. So you're all, let me just double check. Tyler and Jen, you're correct. But and Darius, you're correct. Can you give me, can you work out what the exact value is of sine 150? And if that doesn't make sense, I'll chat about it in a second. Well, we're working in degrees. So like when you work out sine 150, you'll just get a numerical number out. Okay, we don't have much time left actually. Okay, so let's have a quick look. All right, good, Jaden. Okay, Jesse, that's correct as well. So a lot of you are putting, and it is technically correct, okay, which is good. You've worked out, okay, 150 degrees is 60 away from 90, which is good. And you've actually gone over to here and gone back 60 degrees to 210. Which, yeah, you're right. Sine 150 is exactly the same as sine of 210. Yep, makes sense. But if I want to work out the actual exact value of sine 150, if I go back 60 degrees from 90, what is that going to bring me to? Yep, it's going to bring me to 30. Now, what's the only difference between the answer I'm going to get out here and the answer I would get out here? Yep, this is going to give me a positive value as opposed to I want a negative value. So sine of 150 is going to be the same as, well, I want the negative value out, and it's going to be negative of sine 30. Does that make sense? So what is sine of 30? Sine 30, so we would use our triangles, and it is root 3 over 2. So my answer here would be negative root 3 over 2. So just to kind of clarify, sine, sorry, why am I talking sine? Oh, apologies. Were you not wondering? I've been thinking so much about the sine curve. I should be talking about the... Did you not wonder? No? So cos of 150 is the same as cos of 210, which is the same as negative cos of 30. So just to kind of clarify, hopefully, we said cos of 30 is positive root 3 over 2. That is this value. Cos of 150 and cos of 210 is negative root 3 over 2. Yes? Equal to negative cos 30, so yeah, root 3 over 2. Negative root 3 over 2. And can I get a... Is that okay, guys? What about SL? Okay, so we will, I'll post this on Teams so you can go back and have another look, okay? And I will also, and then we'll have a look at the tan curve next time as well, okay? And so I will just stop recording.